All right, so today we're going to talk about the clothes and gear we wear in the backcountry. So there's a lot of different brands and companies that have a lot of expensive stuff. A lot of brands make a lot of cheap stuff, and everyone kind of has their own opinion on what you need and what you don't need. I think me and Hunter are both the same, where we're both kind of budget conscious, where we're not going out there and just buying, thousands of dollars in gear. And to be honest, we don't think you really need to. So we're going to go over some of the stuff we like to use out here and kind of where you can find it and kind of what we like about and what we don't like about each piece. So if you come here behind me, these are kind of our pants we've been wearing. We got a set of First Light guide pants here. We got a pair of Sims guide pants. We got some of the Sitka. I believe this is the whitetail.
Yes, the early season
whitetail. And then we have some base layers we'll talk about after we go through kind of the hard shell pants. So these two pants are mine. Last year I hunted in a pair of QU guide pants, and I also had a pair of Wrangler outdoor pants. The QU guide pants were really expensive, and I ended up actually selling them after I hiked through because I just didn't think you really needed them. Pants wise, I think you could get away with pretty much anything that's kind of tough and durable to help you beat brush, especially the kind of stuff we're hunting, and you want something light as well. So the Wrangler outdoor pants are a great option if you're on a budget. I think they're about 20 bucks at Walmart, and I think they actually make a camo pattern too, but a lot of them are just this brown. They're stretchy. The only thing I didn't like about them last year is they caught a little bit of brush. I lost them. I thought I still had them. Otherwise they would be out here with me right now, but I was packing and couldn't find any, so I didn't bring any. First pair, these are the Sim guide pants. They're kind of the fishing. Sims is a fishing company, but they're basically the exact same material. They got a little bit of stretch to them. They're really good when you're beating through brush. They got zippers to put stuff in so you don't lose it. Kind of got these mesh around it, kind of keeps you cool. So I really like them. I found them out of Sierra. If you live out west, we have Sierras out here where you can get some of this name brand stuff really cheap. It's probably the only reason I have some of the name brand stuff. Otherwise I would just wear the $20 Wrangler pants because they're so great.
You can go on Sierra.com and find.
That's right.
Yeah, the same stuff, but a lot of times they're oddball sizes, so you kind of might have to shop around, but it is way cheaper.
If you can go in the store, you can get to Denver or wherever you're going out west a day early and look around. Even if you already have pants, just stop in, because a lot of times I got these First Light pants there as well. They got a lot of Sitka stuff, and it's usually, I think I got my Sims guide pants and my First Light guide pants for less than 80 bucks, 75, 80 bucks for both of them. So a good budget option.
So what is the price difference? Do you know the difference between like the First Light and the Sims?
So the QU pants I bought last year were 160 bucks. They did have a zipper on the side, which was nice. But for 160 bucks, you can buy, they probably last longer. I mean, you could buy so many pairs of these pants. I don't know the full price on these. I think I got them for 40 bucks. I think I got these for like 30.
40 bucks on Sierra?
I got
for First Light pants.
I got the First Light pants for 40 bucks. I was in the store. I didn't get them online.
Yeah, see, that's a steal.
They're kind of an oddball size. I'm a 32 waist. These are 32 35s, so it's kind of an oddball size. So they're a little longer than I need, but the thing is they have a button here. You could fold them up. You could probably get them hemmed, but the truth is I like them a little long because it keeps them from riding up on your boot all day. So
how many days have you worn each pair of these?
I've been switching back and forth. We're on day 4, and they've held up really well. The one thing I like about the First Light pants more than the Sims pants is this brand on here, this logo, is this sticky material, and it actually helps hold it up on your waist. I don't wear a belt, but after about 4 or 5 days out here, you're losing weight, and this kind of helps it from slipping off your hips while you're walking. They got good pockets. Yeah, I was worried they might be a little noisy when I heard them in the store, but after hunting in them, I don't think they are. Hunter might be able to. I don't think he's heard me walking around, but
so like what's the difference between these drying out? You can see they're wet right now.
This is from this morning.
Okay.
This is from this morning hiking.
That really wasn't much rain either, was it?
No, this is more from busting brush.
Are they wet on the inside? Is it?
These were soaked last night. It snowed and rained on us hard last night. They're dry. The only wet spot's at the bottom, and that's because they've been hanging in the camp and kind of a little bit of water. But these are pretty much dry. If you hang them out overnight, I think, or during the day, I think both of these pants dry out really fast. They're super light. Now they're wet again. So yeah, they dry out quick. I like them. If you could find a pair of these cheap, I like both of them. I think this material though, you could go into a lot of different hiking stores and find something similar and not have to pay, you know, full price for First Light or whatever. But I found them on sale, so I got them and I really like them. If we move over here, these are Hunter's. He could probably tell you a little more about them. These are the
so these are the Sitka early season whitetail pants, and I actually got a gift card in the Sitka photo contest, and this is what I purchased with them. I think they were about $100, maybe 150. Super lightweight.
Just a slight brag there about
no, I had
the Verge 8 he won.
I just wanted to show people that my Sitka came from a photo contest, and I didn't have the budget to afford all of that. So these are super lightweight. I've worn them, I believe, 3 out of the 4 days. I like to start off if it's real cold in the morning, which it's been in the 30s and the 40s early in the morning. And these are Under Armour. I picked these up on sale. I think I paid like $70 for them, but you can see down here they're wet. They're wet on the outside, got some rain on them, dry on the inside, but they're
a pretty thicker material.
Yeah, this is a mid-weight pant that I like to hike in. I don't really like to do much over a mile. Like if I get to a mile and I start sweating, I always have these in my pack because they're super light, and I'll go ahead and throw those on. Like Jordan said about the belt, he doesn't have one. I happen to remember one. It's just a junky old belt, and I've had that on me. They work for both pants, obviously. I mean, there's not too much to say about these other than that they're lightweight. They dry pretty fast. I'll show you in a minute my early season whitetail shirt that it does not dry fast. But one thing I love about it, we've got plenty of pockets in there. Zippers, like I throw my camera batteries and stuff in here, and they work out just fine.
Looks like they got that little rubber material too in them.
Yeah, it's got the rubber liner. I mean, I never really noticed that, like Jordan said, but yeah, they're 90% polyester. Pretty easy to deal with. What I will say, I think his First Light pants might be a little more tough. We've walked through a bunch of oak bush, and so you can see there, I got a hole in here yesterday. And I will say the stuff that we've walked through is like the worst hunting terrain I've ever been in. I'm normally a whitetail guy. I don't really know the difference between the two, which one's, you know, who sees the thicker stuff, but perfect for whitetail hunting too. So I highly recommend these if you can find them cheap. I wouldn't go too expensive on them, but I do believe that a super lightweight pant is the best way to go out here. I don't think you need heavy stuff unless you're in rifle season maybe, but always bring a lightweight pair of pant because you're going to need them.
How many pair do you usually bring?
So the only ones that I've wore all week are these and these pants, and like I said, I only wear these for a little bit in the morning, or say like yesterday we got rained on for about an hour and we went down and showered in the creek and I changed pants. I mean, I just went back to what I had, so it's nice to have an extra pair on me. So that's the best part about these. They're super lightweight. And Jordan, he likes, did you already talk about these?
I have not talked about those yet, but I'll go into it.
So he likes to wear these base layers.
They're basically, so this is basically merino. It's a lightweight merino base layer. When you're hiking, you sweat a lot, and these dry out really quick. Last year I had a pair of the mid-weight Sitka kind of thermal pants, and they're just way too hot to hike in. I also like to have another barrier under the pants I'm busting brush in, just because it seems like it gives you something next to skin when a thorn comes in. It gives you just a little extra protection.
You wear these all day?
I wear these all day. I don't get too hot in them, which is what I really like. The problem with the Sitka ones, which the Sitka ones I had were to keep you warm, so they weren't hiking pants. These are much better for hiking. Got these from Shields. All the merino seems to be about the same. I don't know, I can't tell the difference. These Shields ones have worked really good for me. They're a little cheaper than going with a First Light or a Sitka or a QU.
That's a lightweight merino?
Yeah, this is the only one Shields had. They had some different thicknesses for the tops. I think these cost $50 maybe. And I really liked them. They dry super fast. The merino, I didn't have any last year, and this will be one thing I'm not gonna hunt without it, because basically by the time you even get back to camp, they're dry again. You can hike all day, sweat in them. By the time you get back, they're dry. They say it's odorless. It's hard to say. I don't have that good of a nose.
I don't smell them.
Yeah, I mean, they're super comfortable, lightweight. These cost like $50 if you don't want to buy expensive QU or First Light, you know, whatever. This is a good option. And then these here, I mean, these are also 100% merino, and they're the, I don't know if that's Puma or Numa. I don't know if the P silent.
I'd say that it's Numa.
So I don't know where they have this brand. They have it everywhere out here. I live in Colorado, and these are in Shields, Bass Pro. This is everywhere out here. So it's a name brand. It's just I hadn't heard of it until then. But I found them at a store. You could actually see the name of the store there. There's a little plug for the Outdoorsman Attic. They got a store where basically it's all high country backpacking and hunting gear, only it's all on sale or it's used. I believe these are used, so I'm guessing, because they were only, it's got a $12.95 sticker on it. They actually gave me a discount on it for some reason. It only cost me $9.
Must have been because we're from Recruit Creative, you know.
So these were $9. These were $50. If you go to QU, if you go somewhere else, you're probably paying over $100. And they're all the same. I mean, merino wool's merino wool. This is 100%. I've worn these already too. I didn't realize the tag was in them when I had them on yesterday. But they're super comfy if you're hiking. I mean, they keep you warm when you need to be warm, and they keep you cool when you need to be cool, and then they dry out. So,
and I'll say that I'm not even wearing any of these this time of year. I don't think that it's necessary right now because we're seeing like 80-degree temperatures when it warms up.
We are, but the thing I like about it is it actually keeps, it almost seems like it keeps me cool. It pulls the sweat off your legs. But I don't know. If you like to have a layer under your pants. I think it's
preference for sure.
Yeah, if you like to have a layer under your pants. I definitely haven't. Yesterday it seemed like it was 90 degrees and we came up 2,000 feet. And I never felt like I was sweating my legs anyway.
And I would say that if this was colder during the day, if we were seeing 50-degree temperatures or below, I would have a pair of these on me. But something else I'd like to mention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is just a normal pair of Carhartt work pants, relaxed fit that I brought, and I wore these in. I figured it'd be something a little more tough. We rode horses in. I'd never rode one until we got here, so I've heard of people getting saddle burn. I got a little bit of it. It wasn't terrible, but I did wear these in and hunted them the first day. And I'll say that these are way tougher going through the oak bush and stuff. So if you're somebody that has a couple pair of jeans and you want to bring it, you got enough room, there's nothing wrong with that. So
our daddies used to kill elk in jeans, so you can too.
Yes. So we'll go ahead and move on here.
Want to go?
What do we got here?
So
base layer?
I'll just go quick about this. This is a Sitka. I don't even know which one this is, honestly. It's a, I don't know. It's like a Sitka. It's probably a medium or heavyweight base layer. I love this for deer season, whitetail season. For the elk woods, I haven't wore it. I put it on this morning because it was super cold, but I haven't wore it out hunting yet. It's super great for whitetail hunting. I just don't think it really has a place probably in my bag for the backcountry next time, unless it was just super cold. I mean, this is something I tried to wear last year elk hunting, and I remember I was going nuts. I was so hot. I actually have the matching pair of leggings on. These are the leggings I was talking about I wore last year. The only reason I have them on now is because we're around camp and it's cold. I would never try to hike in these things they're just way too warm, which is great if you're sitting in a tree stand. This has a built-in hood, and it's got a built-in kind of a little face mask too, and it's got the little gloves built into it. So I really love it when I'm in a tree stand, because it's got the hood. You could do the face mask. It's got little gloves built in, but I probably won't bring it back with me elk hunting. If I want a midweight, I'll probably go with something like Hunter has over here.
Just leaving this.
Yeah, this is just like a $5 Walmart polyester shirt.
Have you even worn it?
I haven't wore it, but I will say this: I only haven't because I love this merino stuff I've got on. But you could definitely wear this in the backcountry as well. I mean, just something $5. If you just want to come out here, you don't want to spend all the money. If you're only coming out here one time, there's really no reason to drop all the money on this gear. This is Redhead, so you know it's cheap.
Bass Pro brand,
Bass
isn't it?
Pro Redhead, yeah. I mean, and it's stretchy, it's thick, and it cools you off. It's not as good as the merino, I don't think, but I mean, the elk don't know the difference.
Yeah, let's just say it doesn't look as good as all this other camo, but they're not gonna.
And Bass Pro probably, they have their own. They got their own camo patterns now. So
I'll go ahead and touch on my. I feel like these are my two most important pieces right here. These are the First Light merino wool layers that I've been wearing every single day. So I'll go ahead and start off with this one over here. In the morning, like I said, it's about 40 degrees. I'll wear this probably down into the hike until we stop for the first time. And yeah, this is the First Light merino kiln midweight 250. It's in a medium. It fits really well, stretches really well, breathes really well. I've had this wet a couple times already, and we might stop for water. I'll hang it up and it'll dry out pretty well. So I always have this in my pack though. It's always something that I wear, and a lot of times, you know, I think guys wear these as base layers only, but I wear it to hunt in. I mean, that will be my number one.
I do that as well.
Yeah, it'll be like my number one piece.
I wear my merino when I'm hunting.
Yeah, so I always have this for the cooler mornings, cooler evenings. I'll switch back and forth. Always have these two pieces though. And I believe that you could probably even get a heavyweight. I'm sure that First Light or somebody makes a heavier weight merino that might be a better balance. You know, you could go lightweight here and then heavyweight even in the evenings or mornings, but this will get hot on you if you...
It's got a hood, correct?
Yeah, it does have a hood.
That's one thing I like about his. My Shields one, it does not have that hood.
Yeah, and from us being from the Midwest, it's like, I don't know, I don't know if we're a little more used to the sun. There's a difference there because when you come out here, you get sunburnt like the first few days, and this is nice to put over your head and kind of, you can get shaded a little bit, but hiking serious elevation gain like we have the last few days, this thing gets extremely warm, and that's when I like to either go to the Sitka early season whitetail shirt. This thing is unbelievably lightweight, like it's like a feather, and it just buttons up. And a lot of times I'll just wear this unbuttoned when we're packing out. I have a sunburn down the middle of my chest from it, but super lightweight. The only thing, I mean, you can see here we got vents like this. It's basically like being shirtless, but I think it's like $100 too. The only thing I didn't like, yesterday we got rained on like an hour, and we were on our way to the stream, and this thing got absolutely soaked. And I don't know, it's almost like it holds water. It's polyester. It wouldn't dry out. Like last night we had it by the oven in here and couldn't get it dried out. I've had it in the wind for quite a while, and it's dried out now, but nothing like the pants did with the early season whitetail. But
if you're in a hot, dry country, that'd probably be really good.
This is really good right now because we're seeing temperatures that are 75 or 80, and the sun's beating off the rocks, and it gets really warm. But this is kind of like, this is my lightweight Wick ultralight 150 First Light. I picked up these two pieces last year for whitetail hunting, and I'd wear them together, and I haven't had to wear these together yet. I usually don't hike in this in the morning unless we got a warm morning, but it's got vents in it too. Doesn't have a hood. I will say both of these are like, I guess you'd call this a 3/4 zip or quarter zip.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is what I've hunted in 4 days out of 4 days.
What are the price points on these?
So this is, I believe this was $100, the lightweight one, and then this one was like $150.
Yeah.
I waited till they went on sale. I believe in January. I don't really remember the exact time, but merino wool here, it doesn't smell. Like I said, I've had it on day after day.
I would say for me that's the most important.
Yes,
like that's what made the difference for me coming out here is the merino. Not having it last year and having it this year made just a world of difference. And if you can get your hands on it, even if it's not a hunting brand, even if it's just a hiking brand, Eddie Bauer, you could find all kinds of different wool companies. You can get them.
Oh, I'll touch on this too. This is just a polyester Under Armour with a hood. This is really lightweight too. I had it on last night. I think it's another good piece to hike in. Just another cheaper piece. I think it was like 40 or 50 bucks on sale. So any piece that you got like this, it's lightweight, I think will do you a lot of good. So I'll let Jordan go ahead and get you started on the outer shell pieces that we've been wearing this week.
All right, so Hunter went over his QU merino. This is kind of like the leggings I have. It's just a Shields merino. They had a heavier weight one and a lightweight one. I believe, honestly, I don't even remember which one this is, but I think this was right around $100 as well. I think it's the medium weight I ended up getting. It's got the thumb holes. I really liked it. I've hunted in it every day and felt comfortable doing it. It doesn't seem like it holds odor, kind of like his First Light stuff. It dries out. I mean, it rained on me in this thing yesterday. It poured, and before I even went to bed, it was completely dry. So I really like it. I like the QU pattern, or the First Light pattern, better. It matches my bow, and I don't blame anyone for getting a cooler, pattern. But if you want to go a little cheaper, kind of get, I would say, pretty similar quality.
Yeah, it feels like the same material to me.
Yeah, it's 100% merino.
First Light, I will mention, they have the thumb holes here too. Yeah. So they drive me nuts personally, though.
Either way you want to go, if you whatever camo pattern you want, or even if you don't want a camo pattern, the merino is really, really good wherever you can find it. And then in my pack, my layering system's a little different than Hunter's, but basically I always keep a puffy coat with me. I believe this one's synthetic down, but it's extremely warm.
Yeah, they call it like Thin Slate or something. It's Cabela's brand.
It's the Cabela's Thin Slate. I know QU has them, First Light has them, Sitka has them. Pretty much every hunting company makes a puffy jacket. Eddie Bauer makes puffy jackets. Columbia makes, North Face. Everyone makes Columbia or makes puffy jackets. This one I got on sale at Cabela's for $50. They go on sale all the time. I think full price they might be $75.
Yeah, that's what I paid.
Yeah. A lot of people when I got out here told me that this wasn't going to be good enough. I needed to spend way more money, get a QU, get a Sitka, that I was going to freeze. I turkey hunted in this at really high elevations with like 2 feet of snow on the ground. This thing's kept me warm. I wear this. I live here in Denver. It gets really cold here. Whenever I need something to keep me warm, I use this. I keep this in my truck in case I get stranded somewhere. I have the warmest thing I have. The only thing you could really do, you could maybe get a ski jacket, but you're not going to be able to pack that in. So this thing packs down extremely small. It weighs absolutely nothing. The only thing I'd like is if it had a hood. It doesn't. I know Cabela's new puffies, they have hoods. They're a little more expensive. But for $50 for this, you can't beat it.
Talk about waterproof. Like, how does it hold up in the rain?
You really don't want to get any down jacket wet, they say. I've never got it wet just because I was told not to get it wet, so I keep it dry. Same thing with down sleeping bags. You just don't want to get them wet. If it's raining, this isn't what you want to have on. But late rifle season, or I like to keep it just a safety thing where, like, if you get stuck, this is almost like having a down sleeping bag all the way around you. They make pants as well. I don't have any, but this is a really good piece. I would not come out here without a puffy jacket, even if it's just a $50 Cabela's one. Eddie Bauer makes them. They're like $50. Columbia makes them. North Face makes them. And they're all way cheaper than your QUs, your Sitka, your First Lights. I've never had on a Sitka or a QU puffy jacket, so maybe they're an inferno, but this one keeps me warm even when it's winter time out here, and it gets pretty cold up here in the mountains. So for a hard shell, I like to keep a hard shell with me, just for when it's raining or it's sleeting, or just sometimes you don't need the warmth of this, but it's, you know, it's a little windy right now, you just need a jacket, right? Or you're busting through brush, it's a little colder out. This is a Sims hard shell. I believe it's their guide jacket. So again, it's a fishing company, but got this on sale. It was actually mispriced at Cabela, so I don't know if you'll be able to find that deal. But the Sim stuff is still cheaper than a lot of the hunting brands, just because for some reason fly fishing gear, the jackets and stuff are cheaper, and it's pretty much the same. I hunted out here last year. I had the QU guide jacket. The QU guide jacket's the one that has the zippers under the armpits, has the hood, but it's basically the exact same jacket as this without the armpit zippers. I sold the jacket because I felt like after hunting out here, I was like, I don't need that much. I overpaid for a jacket. I bought it right off the QU site and felt like I really just didn't need that much. So I got this for, I think, I don't know, it was like 60 bucks. It's just a hard shell jacket, kind of like the ones you find Columbia and North Face make. I know all the outdoor companies make them. If you could find one, doesn't even have to be camo out here. I mean, if you could just find a brown North Face jacket or Columbia or whatever, I recommend having one of these. It's got that DWR, whatever they call it, whatever Sims calls their material, so it's a little waterproof. You can't fall in a river in it, but if it's light rain, keeps you dry, has a hood, and it's pretty warm as well. So I like it. It's a different kind of camo pattern, but just having a hard shell jacket like this that has something on it to kind of keep you drier, yeah, I like to have, just if you're glassing or even around camp to keep you warm, and it looks good enough. You can use it as your jacket to wear around town too. So
I'll say that is the one thing that I screwed up on this week, is I don't even have a hard shell. I have the same, you know, puffy jacket that he's talked about, but I didn't bring a hard shell at all. I was like, you know what, it might not rain, which is kind of stupid because the 2 times that I've been out here for a week, it's rained 50% of the time. I mean, it's quite often you catch a rain shower, and you don't want to get soaked. Especially, we've been lucky that we've had some 80-degree temperatures where we've been able to dry stuff out, but if the temperature really fell off and we didn't get that sunlight, it would be hard for me to get my stuff dry. But I would recommend getting an outer shell, even if it's a cheaper piece, just something lightweight that can knock the rain off of you. The one thing I did do that, I don't know, it could end up saving my butt, is I got this emergency poncho over here. It's definitely nothing special. I had it out this morning just for camp chores. Doesn't even fit your arms totally, but heck, it was like $1 or $2 at Walmart.
That is one thing, rain gear out here. It doesn't rain a lot out here. It depends, you know, if you're hunting Pacific Northwest, you probably need really good rain gear.
Yeah.
We've gotten by without it.
This is
I definitely wouldn't spend a bunch of money on rain gear if you can find a cheap packable rain jacket.
This is just off of Lululemon.
Yeah. What is, how much, like $2?
Yeah, 200, something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
like $2 for one of these. I mean,
it could save your butt. Like if we were trapped under, you know, trapped somewhere, then yeah, that might help. But I wasn't expecting it to do too much for me.
Right, just something to keep you dry until it stops and you can get back to camp. One of these SeaWorld Shamu ponchos or whatever. But
I think that's about it. Other than, we'll talk real quick. I brought a beanie here. I don't even know what it's made out of. It's just your typical beanie.
It's like a fleece lined polyester beanie.
Yeah, but it helps in the mornings. Like this morning, it was super cold. I had it on for a couple hours.
Helps heat.
I wouldn't wear it. Yeah, I wouldn't wear it when it was 80 degrees. It'd kill you. But that, and then I've been wearing some gloves a little bit in the morning, coming in just to keep my hands covered. And you can see we've been beat up real bad. If I would have had some gloves on, wouldn't have all these oak bush burns and stuff. I mean, it's been brutal. But those 2 things, and the last thing that I think we need to touch on, other than maybe underwear and socks, which we can do a separate video on underwear and socks, but are Crocs.
Crocs.
Like, you can make fun of them all you want, but you gotta have them.
They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And when you're at camp, whether and if you're backpacking it, all right, the video cut out on us, but we were talking about Crocs. Basically, just if you're camping, whether you're backpacking in, you're riding in on horses, or you're camping on the road, I would never go without my Crocs.
Make sure you get the 4-wheel drive ones too.
Yeah, make sure you got the straps in the back. The holes in them help your feet breathe. You don't want to keep your boots on the whole time. It's not good for your feet. They're super lightweight. I love my Bottomland Crocs. Hunter's got black Crocs. Nothing's guaranteed to help you kill an elk, whether you're wearing QU, Sims, Sitka, it doesn't matter. It's not going to help you kill an elk. Although, one thing that will give you an advantage is one of these recruit hats. Back home, everyone says they're booner killers. They're guaranteed to kill a booner. Out here in the elk woods, whether you're somebody who wants to, you're hunting an over-the-counter unit, you're going to shoot whatever bull you see, or if you're chasing trophies in a 20-point unit, these right here are going to help you get it done. We've already, first day we come out here, we saw, I don't know, at least a 350-inch bull. I think he might have been bigger. Yeah. So, and we're going to get on him probably tonight. Probably kill him if we got these hats on.
Yeah, late minute heroics for us this trip.
Go to our Instagram, comment on this. We can get you one of these hats. We got all different colors, shapes, sizes. They look really cool. Girls hit on you when you got them on. So
I will say we don't always have the stock or we respond the fastest because we've got normal.
They fly off the shelf.
We got normal lives that we live.
They fly off the shelves. Yeah, get you a hat, find you some gear, get out in the woods, go elk hunting, and good luck this year.
Yep.